And live.
Dungeons and Dragons!
I heard that someone take a breath in at 1 there.
I did it.
I should have delayed it just to mess
So
with it.
excited.
Anyway, welcome back. It's been a while.
Yes.
Month and a half? A bit longer?
Just about.
No, month and a half.
Really?
Yeah, month and a half.
Damn.
Then we had to postpone it, so yes, it was quite a bit.
So, but yes, quite a few things have happened in the other campaign since then.
Yeah.
2 sessions worth, to be exact.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
So we'll be looking to Chris to explain all that.
Stuff happened. People died.
Stop.
He
That
did
is
this
a very
everything.
nice description of things.
Yeah, he tells us everything. Yeah,
I
fine.
guess.
Great.
So to begin
Ow.
with, Chris, why don't you tell them what happened at the first fight?
The first fight was epic. There was this. We were facing, the South, but not we, because the South party was facing off against this incredibly powerful opponent. So powerful that they had to resort to cheating and shenanigans to even come. No, that one doesn't make sense. They were. We had to. No, wait, hold on.
Who was
Basically-
cheating?
No, well, no, we weren't yet.
Someone was overreacting.
We weren't yet. No, they were quite powerful, but in our fight we pressured them so much that they had to resort to taking out the most powerful member of the South Party, me, of course. So I got disintegrated, and then I died.
Huh.
The others fought well and eventually defeated them. And nearly broke someone's horns off twice, I believe, while intimidating the opponent. And then I got resurrected by a dancing squirrel.
So, to clarify a bit, during the battle,
It was accurate, obviously.
one of the Inquisitors used Awakening.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yes, the hypocritical bastard, they awakened. Yeah.
Okay.
As part of their awakening, they gained access to far more powerful magic than they should have been able to. Something Heracles knows a little bit about because he was in a conversation last Thursday about this.
Oh.
Yeah, timeline-wise, you'll need to tell
Yes.
me when and how this happened.
Yes.
With
Well,
this
this is
timeline.
the fight where you witnessed it.
Okay.
She conjured a spell known as Dark Star that effectively was like the atrocity from the arena, the thing that formed that giant crater, but smaller.
What?
Effectively making a massive hole in the arena, and unfortunately, anyone within that area when it was active that gets reduced to 0 hit points gets disintegrated. Yuffie was disintegrated. Completely and utterly.
Oh my god.
Did she at least take out one of her teammates as well?
No. It happened in the first round.
Second round.
Oh my god.
Well, technically the second round, but all the damage was basically the first round.
Yeah, they nuked down the boss thinking, yeah, we'll just... that's the best way to do things. And then just like when
Usually
they
is.
fought a certain other boss in the past, that causes mechanics to trigger faster and backfires.
Huh.
After the fight, Lieutenant Maurice, who most of you won't be familiar with, but Kirsty, you should be. You briefly met him, as did you, Frosth, in the Inquisitor's campaign. He got his arm chopped off by a very angry Genevieve, played by Gert.
Yeah.
And then both Archelaus, who is played by Salt, the guy that does the overlays for the stream, and Genevieve proceeded to intimidate and beat the fuck out of the Inquisitor Arundel, the one that awakened and caused the disintegration.
Yeah.
Deserved.
Genevieve because he was pissed Yuffie died, Archelaus because he was pissed Yuffie died and had some PTSD from the atrocity, as he is an Iranian.
Oh fuck.
So
Yeah.
shit went down. But eventually they did win. Yuffie
I
was-
won my money.
Yuffie used up the last of the Deus Ex Squirrel. There is no
Yeah.
more Squirrel safety net for any of the stuff that happens in Aerith.
So Ulad will not step in anymore.
Well, he can't.
That's a lot.
He had to
Yeah.
use to get Yuffie back. He needs to use True Resurrection because she was just dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, Yuffie's in a completely new body.
Yeah.
That I am.
Oh boy.
Following
Is this where we start a Ship of Theseus discussion?
potentially. But yes, following that, the second fight of the day, which was the Reapers versus the Iron Masks, was delayed because they had to repair the arena. You know, there was a massive hole in it.
Yeah.
But in the evening, those two teams fought, with the Reapers pretty much dominating. The Iron Masks went down pretty quick, but you would have witnessed, particularly you, Heracles, one of them using a familiar spell in the same manner as Salem did on you. Not Salem, sorry, Morgan did on you. The one that left you with massively reduced max HP, harm.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't it Kali?
No, Morgan.
No.
Morgan did this
was
to you
Morgan.
when you fought her
Morgan.
recently.
Okay.
She did. No, you're thinking of the nightmare thing. No, she cast harm on you during the battle in Caimon's Praetorium.
Yes.
But this person not only cast the spell, but cast it in the exact same way, which was a bit concerning. It was confirmed to not be Morgan pretending to be this person, as that's obviously a concern, but definitely the same magic.
Fey touched? Like, hag influence?
Who knows? Regardless, they got their asses handed to them and are out of the arena. At this point, it was also announced some changes to the rules, such as the use of disintegration magic now is an immediate disqualification.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I've never thought of that before, to be honest.
Probably never happened before.
It was something they never really
Like
thought people
limits.
would do before. The following day, the next two fights came up. The Gazathraean team fought the Cimmerics, and it was extremely one-sided because the Cimmerics didn't really have a way to deal with a fiery woman flying in the sky.
Yeah.
Fair.
Diamond, you did try to invade the arena again,
Oh.
as did a few others.
Back this time.
Technically, you didn't need to be there because that stuff is involuntary anyway. So
Yes. Unfortunately, of course, the presence of the Phoenix still seems to have some effect on some people.
Yep.
And then, Chris, how did the Reaper fight go?
the Reaper fight went relatively well, honestly.
The Reaper fight went.
It went. No, I didn't die, so that was a productive evening. On my part. The Reapers were fairly strong. There was this twins, and when one of them went down, which I did, the other one went nuts and also used. I don't know if it was awakening.
It was not awakening. It was this.
It was a very powerful ability, which caused a bit of an issue.
She did that.
Other than that, we managed to beat them quite well, I'd say. I mean, I wasn't hit, so yay. I was mostly concerned with staying away, hiding behind Eravante, even though we already went down once. And
they aren't twins, but they are sisters, and yes.
Oh, they look similar. So
after the one that was knocked out first accidentally nuked Eravanthe with 52 damage on 6d10. That was...
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is a lot for 6d10.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
The rest of the party decided to focus her down, which effectively caused the main boss of the fight to go into her second phase. But yes, they ultimately won the fight without... It didn't have too much difficulty. And now in the finals, they're going up against against Jalira's Gazathraean team. So it's going to be down to you guys who you support in the finals. Are you supporting your local or are you supporting the other player group?
Ooh.
The locals, fuck them.
Lyra. My girl.
Gazathraean, Gazathraean.
For both.
I don't know. I like the odds for the Tiefling girl. I just although she died already.
She already died once. That means it's not going to happen again.
As
Yeah.
someone who's been in Gazathraean for quite a while, I kind of feel obligated, but at the same time, I'm friends with the other adventuring groups. So I'm like torn.
You've known them for like a day, or like 2 days.
2 days.
I have the Bard's violin.
I mean, that
But this
usually
is
doesn't
Diamond.
stop Noah from
Yeah,
just
this is
going,
Diamond.
"Oh, friends," you know.
Diamond,
Diamond meets
Diamond
people and it's like,
imprints-
we're friends now.
Diamond
And
imprints
also,
like
he
a
gave
baby
me
duck.
his fucking violin. That's an honor.
The
Like
violent fucks?
violin.
Following that second battle, Yuffie had was it the second battle that has happened? Wait, no, it was before the second battle. Sorry, getting my timelines mixed up. Well, Yuffie was off buying new gear because all of her non-magical items got destroyed.
Yeah, all my tentacles
Oh,
and
yeah.
skulls and stuff I gathered.
Tentacles.
Yeah, I took a tentacle from every monster we killed which had a tentacle, and skulls from tieflings. I don't know why. I just
No. Okay.
now they're gone.
Fortunately, all the potions as well, because while the potions are magical, the glass they're in is not.
Yeah.
Oh.
Next time I'll get magical glass potions. Fuck me.
more you know.
Irex once was having a meeting with the South Party over for stuff, and Heracles was invited to join. Frosth, if you want to.
Yes, please.
I know everything.
You tell us that. Fuck me.
No,
Please actually tell it because I don't know what happened.
So the main discussion was about. I'm gonna do it in character if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Or attempt to.
Go for it.
So, hey guys, I'm back.
For how
How
long?
is
Yes,
it
I
moving?
left, Diamond. I know you didn't notice, but yeah, I left for an hour there. I went to see that other group that from the south, those guys with the boats.
Yeah.
They had a meeting with the Grand Wizard of Tull, the lady that was a bit pressuring us while we were doing our report about how we failed to attempt certain tests or gather information. Yeah, it turns out she's pretty much an expert on the subject, or at least she's pretty strong in magic. They had questions for her, and she had questions for them. Looks like they were indebted to her, and they managed to clear their debts. So that's good news for our new friends.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look around since we're in a public space that no one is listening in, and
No one
If
really
I
seems
notice-
to. No one around the place really seems to care. They're rather deep in their cups or literally asleep.
so turns out that that party has the ability to see the truth of the world. They actually gave a scroll to Irex, the Grand Wizard, to decipher, to gain that ability as well, which I've taken some notes on. Maybe someday I'll be able to reproduce. And they can see those chains. That's what's interesting. That's what they were doing when trying to use a shard of now what we know is the Chaos Blade to break the chains and break Fate's control on people. What else? The Tiefling girl is. I'm going by order of list relevant to us. The Tiefling girl is.
Ow.
Us, as in us, not just me, is being controlled by a patron. She's surrounded by dark magic, tentacles, and stuff like that. But we already knew that they mentioned that they were trying to get rid of that patron and try to free her from her situation.
Is
And,
that the reason why she has that weird bird thing?
Maybe because if her magic
Just
is coming
not
from
familiar.
a weird patron, that might be it. Or because that creature was the owl equivalent of the Hagwoods, or at least the Feywild, if I remember correctly. So it's an interesting mix. But I think she's a nice girl. I think we're gonna be pen
I think
pals.
so too. No worries. It's just that.
And the poor thing got dusted. Like she seems to be taking it fairly well. Like she came back from shopping. I guess some of us have a specific coping mechanism, but she seemed to be doing fine. Or maybe it hasn't hit her yet.
Usually I just eat. But
But more relevant to us is that I sort of made a deal with Irex. She's technically an enemy of the state because they are technically at war with Gazetre from Tull, and so she cannot really come in and interact with the scholars of Gazitre, but she has a lot of knowledge. So I asked her to look into information about Fey magic and maybe help us out to design a ritual or a spell that would, at least temporarily or contextually, cut off Morgan from her subjects. Meaning that if we kill her, she cannot reincarnate or she cannot have one of her followers die in her stead. So I hope she makes some leeway on that front. And in exchange, she asked me to try to find someone that is living west of the mountains of Fate's End, in a place that is technically still Gazitre, a wizard named Darius that has perfected the magic missile spell to the point he managed to cast it at level 10.
Uh-huh.
It was the only spell
So
he
it is-
cast.
Yeah, it's only known. It's the only spell he would cast, but he perfected it to a point where it's beyond the construct of magic as we know it. So I'm very interested in that subject as well. So I know we have a bit of free time after this is over. So if we're on our way maybe to that side of the world, I'd be very much inclined to try to figure this out, and maybe share my notes with that Irex Grand Wizard person, so that we get knowledge from another part of the world we don't generally have access to.
Well,
I'm sure
in times of war, your enemy's enemy is your friend.
Yeah, I sense she's a bit stuck up, but not necessarily an enemy. She's very transactional in her way of thinking. So as long as we provide, she will provide, it seems.
As long as she's cooperative and doesn't use it in battle against us.
I don't think we can guarantee any of that, but she seems to be very much like some of my old masters at the Hall of Wisdom. Wisdom, information, knowledge. She may not be really empathetic, like she doesn't have any empathy, but she doesn't seem to have ill intent, at least from what I could gather from my few interactions with her.
He gives
Other
you
than that, I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of nuances, but essentially, yeah, that's why I went there, try to get us to help us out for how to deal permanently with Morgan.
All right. Just-
DM,
Yes.
do I forget anything that's really relevant?
The only thing you missed that might be relevant for information gathering is that Darius's nickname was Miscelarius.
Yes, which I forgot to note down because I didn't know how to write it.
Have I ever heard of a name like that before?
I have, but not with this character.
Give me a history check, Diamond.
Okay, history is not my strong suit.
Or Arcana.
I wish
but
there
I
was a
think that's the
gossip.
same rule. So.
History or Arcana is both the same, unfortunately. Let's go with history.
I was wondering if this guy would be Miscelarius.
11! At least another one.
Not really. It's not really been. It's not something you've really seen come up in the past.
Could
not
I
really
try an
me,
Arcana?
Yeah.
Name of himself.
I'll allow another one.
Uh,
Oh wait, you're a freaking. I forgot what you are with your +8,
only a 15, but
and you
with
don't
a
even have
7.
proficiency, and you've got +8.
Nope.
Get proficiency, dude.
But the 15, you've heard, especially as you're doing an Arcana, you've heard of the weird Archmage that's sometimes spoken of jokingly for his only using that one spell. He lived about 200 years ago and was active in the Spiderlands, mostly.
Okay.
Which lines up with Heracles
yeah.
saying near Fate's Hand.
Yep. Sure. Okay.
So-
yeah, I'll relay that.
Okay, yeah, and apparently he might have had his, not necessarily a tower, but his home base in that area. So if we figure it out, he might still have notes on his research or other interesting objects of knowledge or power.
We're sure he's definitely dead.
It's
Creature.
it's never guaranteed with wizards.
No.
That's why.
With that level of magic, if they can put a 10th level spell to use for just magic missile, they probably have ridiculously powerful magic to do for everything else.
But apparently it would only do that one spell. So maybe that's all he did, and he died as a normal human age, and his knowledge has been lost to time. it could be a thing.
Maybe
Would be good for us.
maybe every time a Reaper came to get him, he just cast a 10th level magic missile and just obliterated him.
He cast shotgun. Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
6.
This sounds like some sort of tower defense strategy kind of thing.
Probably.
We used to run drills like that in training, and some of them could get real wild if there was a spellcaster involved.
Imagine.
Sounds like a fun training.
Yeah, that and like capture the flag kind of things were quite common amongst the trainees.
10th level magic missile using a Staff of Miscelarius, which is a magical item that is known in the world already, would give you 13 missiles. 13 d4s.
Nice.
Plus 1. So 13 times 5, which is 65. Up to 65 damage.
That's... I mean, at least that's all he chose to use 10th level magic for. There's so many universe-breaking things that they could do otherwise. So maybe that's a small mercy.
Surely.
Yeah, but not being able to dodge is that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's guaranteed damage.
Yeah,
unless
but-
you have the shield spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could say, if he targets you with that, you could say you survived a 10th level spell.
I mean,
How many other people
yeah.
would say that? Like, it was like getting your toe stubbed repeatedly, but, you know, you survived a 10th level spell.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
You see Eli just cringe at the idea of stubbing every single one of her toes. Oh.
And then an extra 3.
Yeah. I think the interesting part about it is that he managed to channel that amount of energy, because it's not necessarily the output power of the spell that is interesting. It's the input. How did he manage to reach that level of input is what I think interests Ilox and myself. Could you imagine
Those raise-
a level 10 Cloud of Daggers?
Oh.
Oh lord.
I don't want to imagine that. Yeah. Sorry.
Nope, out of there.
There were some discussions about also sharing the information if they find more shards of the Blade of Chaos. I'm gonna stop calling it like that because I don't think we should spread that word too much. But
Save
if
the
there-
blade.
my blade. I'm gonna say my blade because it's mine now. But we have 2 shards. They have 1, and apparently there's a couple more, not much more. So maybe the current owner would be fine. But apparently it's not theirs to give. And we need to find... well, we don't need to, but if we find more, that'd be fine.
I mean, I'd rather have it in our hands or the other parties than some other random person. So, yeah, 100%.
Yes, definitely.
Noah.
And somehow, I don't think this should be fully completed, because it seems to have... it's a blade with a purpose, so I don't know if it should accomplish its purpose.
Noah,
Yes.
give me your highest saving throw.
Uh-oh. Here we go again. Dexterity
Goes,
would
here
be, I
it goes
think?
again.
Whatever your highest is, doesn't matter which one it is.
Yep, Dex. 15 plus 9? 8.
You find
Nice.
yourself with your hand reaching towards Heracles' belt, where the blade is, but you manage to stop yourself from doing anything further.
Huh. I thought my pickpocketing times went over.
Do we notice that?
I would...
Yeah, when Diamond says it out loud, probably.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Tobin definitely notices it being on the other side of the table with
Hell
a
yeah.
passive 20 perception. Astraelos would also notice it.
Oh, yeah. So I was worried about other people listening, but we do have a wiretap here.
Just for my reference, is there something complicated with this blade that I should know about? I feel that some powers
There's
are
something
controlling me lately.
complicated with every item we have. Let's be real here.
I think it's more that this blade can sever the link between fate and people. It's a heretic-making blade. I don't intend on using it in that way. I don't think people should necessarily be cut off, but it can be used for that purpose, and it's dangerous. That's why they try to do it on you, Diamond. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. It was
Yeah, but
very
we need to
unpleasant.
hunt down the Xerxes is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, Xerxes.
We need to hunt down Xerxes before Diamond can break his chains.
Well, Xerxes himself should be gone, right? But there's still this Theo or whatever it was in the north.
Well, we don't entirely know that because, like, we know that his chains got tangled up with yours, so until his chains are completely gone, he's not gone.
But the chains are attached to the body, not to the soul or anything.
Yes.
So what's
that's why I'm
happening to
confused.
Diamond
What
seems
I am
to
playing?
be specific. Your chains attached to your body are not attached on the other end to what's usual or something.
Yes, but they said they are going up, right? Instead of
Aren't they going to the northeast?
From where you are right now, when Genevieve saw them, they are going almost directly north, whereas everyone else is going east.
Yep.
I'm gonna check the
North,
General map.
northwest-ish kind of thing, from where you are right now.
So we're in Iowa.
where my dream is supposed to lead me.
So that would be Holmgard or perhaps Defteroskelos.
No, further west than
Okay.
that.
Protoskelos?
No, it would be on the landmass of Gazethrain, not the Spiderlands.
Oh, okay. So maybe the necropolis then.
I was thinking of. Okay, I need to make a check actually whether I know if Diamond knows anything about that. Give me a sec.
About what? The necropolis?
Phylactery. If he knows anything about things like that.
Would I know anything about that, Jim?
About the necropolis?
Not
Well,
the
phylacteries.
necropolis or
Phylactery.
what Diamond is asking.
All Diamond has shown that they know, and that you really have to go off, is a red smoking vial. If it's a phylactery or not is hard to say.
That's why I'm saying whether I should roll something for it if he actually knows about it. But this is just me as a gamer. Sorry.
Did Diamond mention it to us?
Yeah, he's mentioned it before.
Yeah, I told you about the dreams. I also told you that I saw you dying in one of my
Oh well,
dreams.
that
That's why I checked on you.
Yeah.
That time.
DM, I'd like to check if I understand if that imagery could be something important, like a phylactery, like Noah is suggesting.
Sure. Make an Arcana check, which you make at advantage. It's a difficult thing as you've never really studied phylacteries, but it doesn't really sound like one to you. Phylacteries... It doesn't... It's not that it couldn't be a phylactery, but usually, for one thing, they aren't smoking.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Yeah, but Xerxes was a bit extra, wasn't he?
Yeah, but there could be another aspect. If the chains are attached to the body and there is blood remaining, could it be that it's more of a his body is still somehow, somewhat one small part still on this world? With the blood? Who knows?
Are you telling me that I just killed the guy, never could ask him something, and you tell me he's still alive?
No, he's not alive, but he has some kind of maybe a partial part of him that still tangles your chains together. More like a zombie emanation remaining rather than just him remaining.
Unfortunately, the people that could easiest answer this question have been exiled from Aerith. Because of what happened in the
Would that
first
be?
arena fight.
Oh yeah, but wait. But yeah, if your chains from here, if we triangulate with what we knew of where your chains were headed and where they are headed from here, we can always go check out around Gaia or the necropolis. Maybe rather than take the boat with the Emperor, we head straight north to the what's called the Spiderlands. See if we can find this Darius miscellaneous person's place, and then we head to the necropolis. Is there a land bridge here near Protoskelos? No, it's
the Great Bridge is where you would need to go to cross from Spiderlands to Gazithray.
Would we be able to take between the T and H of Gazithray? Would we be able to take a boat there?
Let me have a quick look at the map because I'm not looking at it right now.
West of Protoskelos.
There isn't a crossing there, no.
Not even with boats?
No, so like there isn't. That area is quite high up. The map is very flat, but it is a ridgy area.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the reasons the Great Bridge was built here instead, because that obviously is a lot closer and be simpler. But they chose to do it down there for a reason.
And where would be the place that Irox mentioned? Would that be more like Tornacris?
Yeah, somewhere in this area over here is rough.
Oh.
You've got the Western
huge
Fate's Hand, and you've got Tournicris, and you've got the Eye Lakes, as they're known.
Maybe it's holes left by his magic missiles.
At this point, given you guys you guys get a lot of information on the railway just because of what your position is. You would know that the railway is from Detroskelos across the Great Bridge is already functional. It might even have reached Gaia by this point.
So that's a route home.
Yeah, we could
Perhaps.
definitely make use of that.
It'd be yeah.
I don't want to push the party though, so if you guys had other ideas.
I definitely want to go there sometime. I mean, I hate these nightmares. They're not really good for morale, you know.
Yeah, I understand. So we could definitely take the boat north, or maybe to, I don't remember this town's name, but we could head over there, make a small detour to see if we find any information, like a first pass around the Eye Lakes, and then we go through Defroskelos and take the train to Gaia.
Yeah, that does sound like a good idea. Get
Sounds
that
like a
resolved.
plan.
That town would be known as Argon.
Okay. Yeah, I remember it was a noble gaze.
Good. How about our friends? How are they doing now after the fights?
At this point, they would be getting ready for the second fight. The Reaper fight. That hasn't happened yet while you're having this conversation.
When I saw them, they seem to be doing good physically and mostly morally. The poor Yuffie is a bit... she seemed to be fine, but I think maybe she's just trying to be fine for the rest of her group.
Yeah, shell
Yeah, I
shock.
guess why.
Yeah, it'll catch up with her eventually.
That was horrible to look at.
I believe they were headed after this to the Hagwoods, maybe?
Why the Hagwoods?
They want to find the traces of her patron.
Makes sense.
But I'm not. I've
Still dangerous after, well, what we did to them.
I think
Of course.
they'll be happier doing this than going after Fate.
Probably.
Yep.
Us going after Fate sounds fun.
Yeah.
Could there be any more sarcasm in that statement?
Probably not.
It's
Almost as if
fine.
speaking into a microphone, like when you know that someone is wiretapped, Heracles will lean a bit closer to Diamond and say, I do believe that right now Fate, or at least the Inquisition, is still the most useful entity in the world against Morgan. And I think Morgan is way more, like, it's the enemy now.
For now, I guess, yes.
I don't know if that should be a deception check or not.
It's not a deception. Heracles believes it, so should he do a persuasion check?
Sure, do a
Do I need to
persuasion
be
check.
persuaded?
It's not you he's persuading.
Oh my god!
No, I'm using. Is it the same day, DM?
It is the same
Say it
day.
again.
You already used it. We discussed
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Diamond, roll an attack
Yes.
roll for me.
Attack roll.
Yeah, just do an unarmed attack.
That doesn't make a difference with a monk.
I know, unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike. I'm so sorry, man.
This is going to be one hell of a smack round the back of the head.
Ah, no, he's fine.
Heracles manages to dodge back before your fist connects with him squarely in the face.
What the fuck, dude?
It's. I don't know. I believe this. We need them.
Why didn't you just talk normally to me? You sounded like a complete douchebag.
Because I'm not talking to you. I'm talking through you.
That makes it worse.
Diamond's not wrong there, dude.
Diamond,
Yes.
what do you think you heard Heracles saying?
Oh, that's a good question.
Something that would drive you to try and punch him in the face. With a lot of force. Like, not a light punch or just like a knock it off punch, but a full-on slug to the face.
An insult about Goldie is the only thing that I think would set him off.
Probably offering Goldie to the hag to make things better for us,
Okay.
or something along the lines of that, like to Morgan to take on the next step. Probably something along the lines of that.
Okay. That's what you heard.
What the fuck, Heracles?
I just think it's a completely sound plan.
No, it's not. How dare you?
It's an existential threat. We need every help we can get against her.
By offering Goldie to her? What's
Wait, what?
wrong with you?
No.
That's not what he said.
No, I didn't hear that either.
He blinks. What are you?
I missed everything because my wife came up.
This might be another Firebirdie situation.
Firebirdie situation?
An instance of you acting not of your own accord and not being as perceptive of the realities as others because of things that are out of your control. I'm trying not to trigger him. I don't know what triggers him.
He gives you a look of complete betrayal. Are you saying I can't be trusted?
No, you can, not your senses.
That doesn't make it better!
It makes a
that
difference. You are well intended. You're a good person.
That's the first time that you say that, actually.
Your morality is strong, and your moral compass points in the right direction. But there are other things that mess with your perception sometimes.
Maybe you just have to speak more clearly when you lean in to say something to me, Heracles?
The problem wasn't his clarity, it was something intervened and stopped you from hearing the words that came out of his mouth.
You see an amount of hurt that might be old in Heracles and say, yes, sometimes both the recipient and the speaker need to be responsible for the understanding, okay?
He gives you another look, a bit confused, a bit angered.
Never mind. It's just in this instance, I'm sure you heard something else, but I was sincere in what I was saying, which was for now. Let's focus on Morgan.
Okay. Good call, I guess.
Okay.
And it really wasn't about Goldie, yes?
It
No,
was not,
Goldie wasn't mentioned.
not at all. Remember, I was ready to burn the place down with her. I refused to collaborate with with Fate terrorist.
Terrorists.
Yeah, I got that.
Terrorist. She's a terrorist.
Oh no.
Chris, to give you a quick recap of what happened as you were
Yes,
away. Heracles was trying to appease fate, leaned into Diamond to use him as sort of like a phone, I guess, and failed the persuasion check. So Diamond tried to punch him in the face.
Fair.
Essentially, I'm treating Diamond as a wiretap. Like
Yeah,
when
the
you know
moment
that.
that he said that, I was very offended. Just saying.
Understandable.
But yeah, Heracles essentially said, like, we need the Inquisition. Morgan is the biggest threat. She's an existential threat. Fate is probably the best entity to help us out there.
Yep.
And also, earlier, I did mention, like, it's probably best to not reassemble the blade, because it is a blade with a purpose that should not exist. So, at least twice in this conversation, Heracles has been trying to not necessarily appease, but convince, if Fate is listening in, that he's not into, like, he doesn't mind Fate.
And
Gotta have faith.
Diamond had rolled several times to not react rashly.
After
And you failed.
this
Only one time,
point-
I think.
I'd like to be back in 30 seconds. Be right back.
Yeah, that's no worries. So after this point, as everyone is settling down after all of that, this night would end. The second day would come. I presume you'd be at the arena most of the day watching the two fights, because you've got the Gazavray fight and then the South Party's fight.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, Toben would volunteer his services for like helping to revive people, because I've got nothing else to do. I might as well help.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. No one got killed this time,
Good.
but you
Yes, as well.
Did I earn money from the bet that I made with the first fight?
I can't remember what the bet
No.
was.
I
You
think I
posted
did
it.
30 gold or something like that. It wasn't much.
I posted them somewhere.
Yeah, I can't remember which
Yeah.
channel.
Was it Steam and Steel?
No, I think it was in like it was in a shared one.
Curse? There's no one being Curse Breakers. Where the frick did I put it?
Could you have posted it in
Okay,
the
it was
in-game
in-game-
chat and gifts?
Yeah, I've got it. According to this, Toben bet. Oh, it got pinned. Yeah, even pinned it.
Yeah,
Toben
yeah.
bet 20 gold. Eliana bet 20 gold. Diamond bet 100. Shanarei 20. Which
100
fight was
even.
this
Oh,
on? This
boy.
was on the
Against
Party.
the one where Yuffie was disintegrated.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I made 100 gold.
Yeah, so you would have made back your original gold plus. So you would have increased. Everyone increased it by 40 except Diamond, who increases it by 200.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. 200.
Oh yeah, I put all of my gold.
Sorry. Oh no!
Oh dear.
I
that
think
doesn't
their mic just died.
I just heard an oh no and a lot of background noise.
I heard my mic and then oh no.
Can
Oh
you...
gosh.
Am I back?
We can hear you. Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Sorry, guys.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's just that the connection... Fuck.
Oh dear.
Yeah, the connection never finished, and full on mute and deaf. Oh well.
Okay,
Wait.
we'll take a couple of minutes for Diamond to figure that out.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys wish to do while you're in the pub before you go to the second day of fights?
I just wanted to continue with Chris. I don't know if you were gone already when I suggested we head first north with a ship land at a place called like a noble gaze, a port on the northeast of here. Go check out the place to see if we can find that magic wizard guy, and then head out to the necropolis to follow the chains on Diamond. That was a suggestion. Were you still there?
Yeah, no, I was not for that, but sure.
Yeah. I hope I'm back.
You're back.
You are
My
back. Yeah.
microphone is messing up. It sucks so much.
You sound like you're back.
But I don't want to force the party or be too pushy with that. So if you guys had other ideas of what we could do next,
I would really like to be free at some point.
I think untangling Diamond's chains is a priority.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Toben was saying something we did not hear.
Sorry, I was just saying that I think it's as good an idea as any, but I'm up for whatever the party wants to do, so whatever the party decides.
As much as I would love to go and make myself some sweet ass armor, this is not a priority.
If after the necropolis, it's gonna be almost on the way to back to Gazitre City.
Well, we can decide all that later. For now, as I was saying before things started exploding, you went to the second day of fights, you made back your money. Diamond, did you hear how much I said you got?
200?
Yeah, so add 200 into your gold.
Put it in. Yeah. Back. 3, 6, 8.
Unfortunately, I can't have you bet on the second day's fights because they've already happened.
Yeah, I haven't seen them, but
Damn.
it's fair.
But we'll move back to the Colosseum. So yes, the second fight has just ended. They're doing stuff in the arena. Don't know what, because it's not happened yet. But what are you all doing? Everyone just watched the fight.
Buying popcorn.
Probably the same.
Oh wait, having just watched the fight.
Getting water for the dog.
So this would be
Fair.
after the second fight, I suppose.
So you wouldn't get popcorn here, but you would get other the sort of stuff you'd expect to get at a stadium, which includes pizza, as this is Aerith is where pizza originates in this world.
We'll take it.
Questionable meat in a bun, I'm
Yes,
guessing.
meat in a bun,
Yay.
pies, which are also very questionable.
I'll take some fries, fritters, potato stuff.
Eli, pizza.
Eli is gonna try one of everything.
Get the full culinary
entire
experience
menu.
of Aerith fast food. Okay.
Eli is gonna be that person who's just like, okay, I want one of them, because I'm probably not gonna be back here anytime soon.
You're probably gonna
Protein.
go get 1/4 of Heracles pizza because it's way too large for him,
Okay.
and he's used to feed you when he has leftovers.
Yeah.
What happens when Heracles takes a bite of the pizza?
Have you seen those memes where like the guy has his mind blown, their stars flying, nebulized, galaxies go exploding in the background?
Yes.
Yes.
The mind
That.
blown meme.
That's what's happening. There is an interdimensional, interplanar existence, love for pizza that gets birthed into the soul of Heracles. Because it's one of us, one of mine.
Okay.
I'm afraid I wasn't clear enough. Heracles fucking loves pizza, okay?
Okay, understood.
Yeah. Do I need to make a persuasion check?
No, you do not.
No.
We believe you.
Not again.
So, while Heracles is experiencing euphoria, you're having one of everything, you said.
Pretty much, yeah.
Give me a
Unless it seems
give me a
like it's
constitution
gonna
save.
be.
As you try
Okay.
what looks to be sausages in a bun.
It's never
I
safe
should
to
be
do.
good at this.
It's never the good stuff.
It was a 19.
Let's see, hang on a moment. What you would first determine is that what you would consider a sausage in Gazethray, this is not. This is almost more of a loaf or possibly a log. And while it's definitely meat, it's not meat that's something you would typically find in butchers, shall we say.
This is reminding me of a Call of Cthulhu one shot I did.
Does it have tentacles?
No, for all intents and purposes, it looks like a sausage.
It might have. Some of what was in there might have at one point had tentacles.
Possibly.
She's just gonna. She had one bite and she's just gonna put it to one side and eat everything. Just move on to everything else. If she's still hungry later, she might come back to it. If she's desperate. Huh.
Yes. After that, at this point, we're looking at early evening. The South Party is going to be busy with stuff. I don't know what, because I don't know what they're doing yet.
Things.
Is there anything you guys wish to do before you leave the arena? As others begin to file out.
Eventually, I wanted to talk to the leader of the Elflands that we saw.
Oh, the representative.
when we met. Yes, yes.
That wouldn't be something you would typically do in the evening. That would be more daytime thing. So maybe if you're watching the fight tomorrow, maybe the day after. If you're staying,
Okay.
depending how long you're staying in Aerith, of course.
Yeah. Maybe just have a look around. Explore the city a bit more.
Okay. Yeah, you guys haven't had the chance to do that yet. So, and as was established last Cosmic session, Aerith is a 24-hour city.
Nice.
So you can find shops, foods, things of questionable repute at all times of day.
Questionable repute.
Yeah. Like baguettes. Oh,
There is almost definitely knockoff baguettes being sold around here.
Disturbing.
yes.
If Lucian was still a party member and visited this city, he might struggle.
Yeah, I would just say, where could we go? Where could we go? There's the inn, I think.
There's
You're
a magical
in-
item shop here, I think.
Your inn is right here, this red building. I'm thinking.
It's just the
I can't
oops.
see it. Ah, right, down
I
there.
will put some text down.
Thank you.
I forgot to name it on the map.
We should go to the Assassin's Guild. Not to
There you
the
go.
Winds, I think it was.
be
Why
that.
go to the Assassin's Guild? Out of curiosity.
Well, my first thought was maybe not go to the Assassin's Guild because they're assassins.
There's a place called Oops. Why?
Yeah, the oops. Did you not notice that last time?
No, I think it's the first time I see this map.
Is it?
Yeah.
I saw it Thursday, but as Heracles, this is the first time I see it and pay attention to it.
The Oops is the former site of the Alchemists Guild.
Makes sense. Oh, and we're right next to it with the Azure Tide.
Yes. The lake
Fate of the Gods.
off the top of the on the Azure Tide on the terrace. There's water just beyond the north side of it. That's the Oops. Yeah, Street of the Gods. That's
why
where.
is it called a... Yeah?
That's where their various religious facilities are.
We've been there.
Lots of different shrines and temples to gods are there.
Yeah, and the one to Aphrodite was interesting.
Oh yeah.
Was that here?
Yep.
Oh.
No, that wasn't here.
That was
No, that
Gaza
wasn't
Was that not here?
That was Gaza
No, that wasn't
fucking
yesterday.
This
No,
one would
that's why I was
be.
confused.
There would be one here that is quite similar though.
Okay, I would like to have a look at that just to see the differences. Doesn't have to be long.
No, it was here because I went to the Athena one
Yeah, you did that in Gaza before you
and was
left.
communing.
Yeah, you did that in Gaza
we were
Okay, I would go back if we want to go to different shrines. I'd want to go to the Athena one and try and commune some more.
I would accompany you to the Athena one.
Athena does not have a dedicated temple, but she does have a small section in a more general Gazathraean temple. Like, there is a Gazathraean temple there, but it's to various gods, not just one. The only god of Gazathrae, the two things that the Gazathraean gods do have here separate to that shrine is indeed Aphrodite,
Ooh.
and is indeed what you might expect.
Uh-huh.
And the other is to Hades, who is not technically part of the Gazathraean pantheon anymore, but is related. Hades is the principal god of this region, as he
That's
has.
interesting.
Aerith is the bank of this part of the world, and Hades has links to gold and all that kind of stuff.
Ah. Yeah, I'd like to have a look at both of them because, first of all, Hades is highly interesting to me, and Aphrodite, I just want to see if there are any differences, or if it's basically the same.
I mean, it's basically the same, except a lot more cat people. Tabaxi.
Okay.
The Tabaxi are native to these islands.
All right. Interesting. And in the Hades one? Anything-
Very quiet, very well, the Hades one is right here, if it would work. Also known as the Grand Bank of Aerith.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Fascinating. Do I sense... No, I probably shouldn't tune in with Hades. Want
What?
to get his attention.
What? Okay.
Rather not. I mean,
You're gonna say no to the Hades vibes?
I wouldn't say no to the Hades vibes. It's just that I have been in touch with the people from River Styx too much in my life. And I feel like he must be very happy to hear from me.
Show us where the Reaper touched you.
He did. I still want to know what the cat novel is all about.
I asked when I died on Yuffie, but it was the other guy, apparently.
It was a different one, yeah. There's many servants of Charon.
Maybe we should find a shrine to Charon and then see if you can commune with that guy to find out.
But yeah,
I think I won't find out much more, but yeah.
other areas of note that might interest you is the Chaotic Rise, which is a tower filled with wild magic that seems to be endlessly tall. We've discussed that one before, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The Awakened Woods, which used to just be a woods until recent times when something woke up, cast Awakening on a bunch of the trees. The spell
Oops.
that gives
No, not oops, that's the other.
gives intelligence to plants and such. I can't remember what that spell's called now.
I
It's
actually...
Awaken.
I
Yes,
think it is Awakening.
It's Awaken.
Yeah. And I wanted to offer anyone in the party to do a little touristic walk, which would start with the Suite of the Gods, then go through the Magical Bazaar. Maybe we can do some shopping there. Then
Let's go on the magical mystery tour. Let's go.
And then the many roads, because I've heard that it was like a junction of almost all roads in town, and there's a great nightlife over there. Then go through the Awakened Wood at night during dusk, as we can hear the trees speaking to each other. Then head out south to the Crystal Hills to see the stars through the crystals. And then we can end up back to pass by the Chimeric compound, the Assassin's Guild, and then finally go back to the Coinkeeper's Isle. What do you guys think?
Why are you going back to Coinkeeper, if I may ask?
I thought that's where we were headed, hanging out at. Oh no, that's where the arena is. Where do we sleep?
Right there.
Oh, even better then. We can finish by a night's walk in a spectral park, and then end back to our inn.
So, the Crystal Hill is a giant wind leyline crystal. The reason the area below it is called the Winds is because there is a constant wind in this area. Always. The Cimeric compound is home to a legitimate business. A completely legitimate business. And is clearly not a front for a crime family.
Well, we have supported them. I have supported them. I cheered for them when they were in the arena.
The Assassin's Guild is, yes, the place where you would hire assassins, but it's also has one of the finest education facilities in the island nations, as well as works in other areas, such as some alchemy-adjacent things. Got to know how to make poisons, of course, and how to make antitoxins for those potions, as well as, of course, a massive information network.
Well, maybe we should go to the Assassin's Guild.
The Spectral Park is so known because at night, ethereal mists fill it that have a very spectral and ghostly-like nature. Whether there's actual ghosts or not is unknown. People would swear they've seen them, but nothing has been confirmed.
Might the Assassin's Guild have experience with hallucinogenic compounds in alchemy?
The Assassin's Guild?
Yeah.
They might. You'd have to visit to find out.
Probably have to.
I mean, I'm happy to go wherever. God, I ate too much.
Yeah, a night stroll will do you good.
Yep.
Good for the digest.
She's like burps under her breath, like, it's alright. That meat in a bun, not worth it.
Well, Assassin's Guild. Would that be something for everybody?
No, we're doing the full work, guys. There's a lot to see in this town, especially at night. I read it in a book back in
They've gone full
Zaelrath,
tourist. We should just go with it.
But we've got some time, right?
Okay,
We have time.
The night is young. We've got at least 12 hours ahead of us.
Yeah. So.
I just know that's one
Thoughts?
music, yeah.
And
in a more practical D&D way, is the Magical Bazaar an actual magic shop?
It is officially the only magical shop in the island nations. They are very definite on that. The only official magic item shop.
So, and it's a 24-hour city, you say?
It is. Not everything is open 24 hours, but there's generally things open. The Magical Bazaar is open till late, though.
Okay,
Let's
this is a question
go.
to the party. Do we make this a shopping episode, or do we do some touristic shit and then we move on to our objectives?
I don't mind doing some shopping.
Touristy stuff, a bit 50-50. Let's go 50-50.
Okay, so presuming you start, let's say, at the Azure Tide. Where are you going first?
Spirit of the Gods, I thought we wanted to have a little prayer for Athena.
Yeah, you did mention you wanted to have a look around there. We've already pretty much described that. Is there anything in particular you'd be doing there? Why is Cassian with you? Back over there.
Oh, he is a nice guy. Maybe he just came along. Yeah.
Nah, fuck off, you Fedora dipshit.
Yeah, he just thought he'd come along for the ride.
I mean, I don't like him either, but you know.
Wow.
Dude.
On this character, right? Phil.
But yeah, so in the street of the gods, you would find a temple in quotation marks to Aphrodite.
Mhm.
You would find the Gazathraean shrines. Zeus is of course bigger than everyone else's, even if only by a little, just due to ego.
just to slightly appease him, just in case.
But yeah, you'd find shrines and temples to all sorts of gods here. Some you've never even heard of in strange languages you don't recognize.
For example?
Ooh, curiosity peaked.
1 second. I just need to double check this because I've not looked on this page in a while. What am I hearing?
Are you here?
What is that music? Where's that coming from? Get rid of that.
The norm.
What?
I don't know what that was, and I don't want to know what that was. Okay, so you would find some temples to a group called as the Aeneid. I'm probably mispronouncing that. That seem to be focused, from what you can tell, mostly focused in desert regions around the world.
Mm-hmm.
You would find the various guardians of the dead, such as, of course, Charon, Cerberus is amongst them, Thanatos, people like that. The Vraiken, which are the Vraiken gods, which are mostly worshipped by dwarves.
Big dwarvish.
They are led by. They have shrines to the likes of Odin.
Mm.
The Tuatha Danann, which I most definitely butchered the pronunciation of, which is the gods mostly followed by the elves. The elves of the Elfland specifically.
Hmm. Would I know anything about them?
Don't know, would you?
I don't remember anything.
I don't know, would you?
I was a child.
I mean, if we're looking around the different temples and stuff, I'd be interested in finding more out about like the Vraiken gods, like Odin and different people.
Yeah, they are mostly worshipped to the north of here. Long ago for the campaign now, you guys met a dwarf in the Nexus who was asking you about the Ragnarok and the Gungnir. You might remember.
Yeah.
Those are weapons of his religion. They're from that region. Gungnir is said to be the spear of Odin himself. Thor, as you expect, thunder, hammers, lightning. Loki is there as the god of tricksters.
Loki.
For the most part, think very traditional Norse gods. You would also find a large temple to Fate, although it appears to be deserted at the moment. And the sign chalked up, just been tacked into the ground in front of it saying, closed until further notice.
I was kind of hoping that would say due to unforeseen circumstances or something. But
That would be beautiful.
You would find a small shrine to Omen, the god of secrets, who Toben has heard the voice of once before.
I have indeed. He told me 2 things.
Oh, did you share that with us?
I did indeed.
Can you remind the player?
I tell them everything. So sorry, I couldn't resist that.
Even in that campaign.
I wasn't, but the meme lives. So he told me he who sounds like a herb escaped from the island of Tull. Even now he plots the return of the snake, which sounds like a hell of an adventure book. The one that I think is maybe more useful for us, she who has read from my book is hiding much and more, you who seeks knowledge. Was the other one.
She
that's
who's
useful,
read
yeah.
from the book.
That's Morgan, yeah.
That's
That's
our girl,
Morgan.
yep. That's our girl.
Should we, DM?
Yeah.
Are we aware of like the main congregation of Omen followers? And where is that?
There isn't one that you know of. They're a mostly secretive, small, as you might expect. They don't tend to congregate much. You'll find shrines to Omen dotted around the place, but never anything larger. He never has temples.
Is there something at the altar for him? Or is it just the statue?
There is a statue of a shadowed figure wrapped in darkness from which countless tendrils seem to seep forth.
Interesting.
How appropriately ominous.
His holy symbol is a tome wrapped in chains with an ornate padlock over the center of the book's cover.
That's metal.
I've got a book that looks like that.
It is not a Book of Omen.
Ah, fuck. No, because that's one of the stuff I showed in Exorcist Mansion.
Yeah, I know. No, that was not. That is not that.
No, he was
Because
more
there's
concerned
nothing
that
written in it, but maybe there's a
false
secret ritual to
prophecy.
make things appear in it.
Maybe.
Who else? Let's see. There is a small temple to Ampere Cheval.
Whom?
The Traveler, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Why do you remember?
I don't know how I remember that.
Random memory.
I just knew that.
Which is Astraelos. You would, while you're there, you would feel the presence of Ampere Cheval, especially as I believe you still have his blessing somewhere. Yes, you have the charm of the traveler still.
Yay. It turns warm or something? Or just connection?
No, it's despite the fact that the air is quite still here, just for a moment, your cloak and hair and such blow as if in the wind.
Nice.
Oh. You have such glorious hairs.
But yeah. And you know what? Give me an investigation check, two of you.
May I?
May I have a look if I have a proficiency?
I'm not
I'm happy for anyone else to do it.
Wait.
Not
No, investigation. That's not my strong suit.
I'll do it. I'll do at least one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Heracles,
Yes,
you
please
would
do it, Mr. Wizard.
you would have your reroll back as well, although you don't need it as it looks like. But you would have your reroll back at this point because this is the next day.
Okay.
Also, you shouldn't be concentrating on that. Piss off. There we go. 26. I don't think anyone else needs to make a roll.
No, funnily enough,
Just as
probably not.
Amongst
Ah,
the
useful.
many shrines and temples and little places of worship, you do find a rather strange one that appears to be unattended to at the moment that just depicts a crimson moon.
Odd.
Oh. Would I be familiar with if that's linked to the blood moon of the blood rains?
Give me a religion check. Do you wish to keep this roll or re-roll it before I give you an answer?
I'm thinking.
When in doubt, odds and evens.
I will try to reroll it.
Go for it. Will you? Let's see what you get.
Nope.
So we're still on the 22.
Yep.
It's hard to say. There's a lot of moon worship for the various moons, including the blood moon itself that appears during the blood rains. It's not forbidden. Most people kind of view it as a kind of religion because there's no. It's a moon. There's no proof it does anything. No one's really.
There's no proof it doesn't. Like
It's-
most religions.
It's more of a minor sort of almost cult than an actual religion, as far as you know.
Is there any offerings or anything? Like you said, it was unattended, but are there offerings or candles that have been put a light next to it or things like that?
There's some half-melted candles. There is an offering bowl, but it's currently empty. Within the offering bowl, there does look to be a few specks of a very old, very dried red liquid.
Wine, probably. Or blood.
Well, you're the alchemist. You can check.
Yeah, lick it.
Alchemy, no! Alchemy check, please. That was a bad roll.
That's a 17. Yeah, no, you don't need a high roll to be able to identify dried blood.
Good. Nice. Not wine. Ew.
Should have tasted it.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to get sick.
Where's your sense of adventure?
Exactly.
I look at Goldie like, you want me to get AIDS? That's how you get AIDS.
Do you want ads? That's
It's okay. Well, it looks like there's people that do worship the blood moon, maybe here, or something else.
Maybe they're trying. There might be something less like they worship it and more that they're trying to appease it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So I'd be fine if we just like did a prayer to Athena, like send her our regards, and maybe do a small offering as well. And maybe we should do an offering to Omen, like, hey dude, the one that's read your book, we're going after her. If you could help, give us a few secrets, that'd be fine.
That might be worth a try.
I like how you would. Hey, dude.
Hey, there's almost a you up message, but obviously
Yeah.
those are for Aphrodite.
Do you leave an offering to Omen?
Both to Athena, like the usual thing for Athena, and to Omen, but I don't know what Omen would require.
Secrets. An offering to Omen is secrets.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Come on. The play characters
Is
won't
it written
know.
down, or would you just say it?
What type of secrets does Omen like? Like, do we know, or any type of secret is fine?
You
Secrets.
see.
All I can tell you is secrets.
Do we have to pray it or say it out loud?
Oh, you need to say it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, the prayers and everything for Athena would be like standard for followers. Like, that's not as interesting, but it would happen off screen.
Actually,
but
no.
on screen-
DM me it.
Okay.
But,
So
and
that
I
he
will
can see
warn
how
you,
effective it is.
I will warn you, it will get added to the Whispers of Omen table.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh.
I like
What is
this.
that?
Yes.
That's where I get my information. Let's go.
Yeah, I need to think a bit
I
about
actually
it.
want to do this.
So anyone that wants to make an
So that we
offering
can
to
use it.
Omen, DM me a secret about your character.
Okay. This is something that I had in mind for a long time, but we have really
I'm
talked about it
actually
much.
a virgin. No.
Nah.
Nobody
Doesn't
believes
work.
that. No.
It doesn't work.
You just get a message back from Omen that's just lol.
Lol, yes.
And as some of you are actually doing this, while we're waiting for that, Toben, Roll 1d 102.
1d102. How to do roll 1d102.
76.
76.
Okay. This is a good one for you.
Oh, hell yeah.
When did I last? There we go.
It wasn't
There
too
you
long
go.
ago.
I've DM'd you the answer.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't think I need to explain what that's referencing to you.
No, you do not. You do not at all. That's amazing.
Do you share it with the party?
What? Oh, you.
I have a. While you were busy communing with him, he whispered me. Apparently, a once powerful human is now naught. But assuming that's but a powerless gnome spirit.
Oh yeah, it's meant to be but, not by. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Can you repeat that?
A once powerful human is now naught but a powerless gnome spirit. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how useful these things are supposed to be, but the more you know, I guess.
Some of them are
Knowledge
very
is
useful.
power?
Some of them are very useful. Some of them are literally just random bits of trivia. Secrets.
Secrets.
I'm all here for it. This is amazing.
Okay, thank you for all the secrets that have been sent my way so far. If others wish to send them, they
Your
still
delicious
can.
secrets.
The thing is,
Eating
are
your
people
delicious
listening in or not? Or
No,
will they stay secrets?
they will stay secrets until someone rolls them on the table.
Oh, I'm so intrigued.
Which means that another party
so
might
fun.
find out your secret.
That's fun. I was
Be so
thinking
damn
about
funny if
bringing
I
this
roll
up
one
at
of them
some
next.
point. It's still fun. I think
If you roll our secrets, so be it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Every single one of these secrets is also in the Book of Omen, so if anyone ever actually reads the Forbidden Tome, such as Morgan did, they might get your secrets as well.
The thing is, just for my info, would they have to write down, in my case, for example, the specific names, or would the sake alone, like the thing alone, be enough of a secret?
I mean, if the whisper comes through like this, it's semi-anonymous. Like, I haven't had anyone's name specifically.
Okay.
But you know.
It's been easy enough to work out who they're referring to, but it's pseudo-anonymous.
It's meant to have a slight bit of crypticness to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
It's like when you're in a public place and your best friend wants to share gossip, but you know other people around that might, like, the gossip might get back to the person. It's like there's that little bit of crypticness, yeah.
So you're saying that Omen is also the same pattern of Mean Girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Of gossip mongers, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
someone like me.
The only difference between him and gossip mongers is everything he says is true.
Yeah.
Anytime you get a whisper from Omen, you can know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is completely true. It might lack context or omit certain bits of information that you aren't aware of, but it will always be true.
Yeah.
So, your time in the Streets of the Gods is done. You are going to the Magical Bazaar next.
Yep.
Okay, 1 second. Get out of here, Rosea. You're not needed. Give
All
me
these
a
people
second.
joining us.
Hosea is an NPC that you guys have had nothing to do with. Quite literally. Okay. Magical Bazaar.
Shopping.
Oh, I think I've been disconnected because it's only part loaded.
What do you mean it's only part
Shall I-
loaded?
It hasn't loaded the background. Like I've got the sight lines, but the background is white.
Oh, it's
So
done,
I think
it's done
it's,
that again. Yeah.
It's kicked me out. Yeah, I'm gonna refresh. Yep, lost connection to server. Oh no, it's a private game. Shit.
Yeah, it's doing that. It's logged you out.
Yeah, it has, yeah. Those dice. It's that one.
This happens so
Oh,
frequently.
of course. Yeah. Which one are you? There. Nope.
Okay. I need to. Where's my? There it is.
Launch. Me join.
Okay. So, as officials of another country, to some extent,
We get the discount.
no.
No.
Bad.
But you do get
Probably.
access to the first tier of items that this place sells beyond the general stuff. So not as high as the South Party gets, but higher than your standard guy off the street gets. If that makes
Okay.
The medium good stuff.
sense. Meh. You get
get
access to uncommon level items. The South Party has access to rare items, and then there's still very rare and legendary above that.
How do we increase our access?
Doing
You have
stuff.
to earn it.
And how do we earn it?
But doing stuff.
Doing stuff. You need doing stuff that raises your standing in the city, stuff that raises your standing with the scroll keeper, the senator. He's actually got a token here. This guy.
He looks cool.
Scorekeeper Yvonne. He's one of the 5 senators at the moment. But while we determine you can buy any common magical item here that is not a consumable. So we're talking the silly little things like a cloak of billowing.
I do love me a cloak of billowing.
Let's see.
I am already wearing a cloak.
Did you say we had access to uncommon items as well? Or are
Yes.
those more
We're going
selective?
to. Yeah, they are. You don't have access to every single uncommon item, no. You have access to whatever they're selling at the moment, which I will allow. First, I need. Let's see. I'm just double checking something here. 1, 2. Okay, I need 5d4 rolls. There are 6 of you, but only 5 of you can make a roll, I'm afraid.
I'm fine in trolling.
Okay, everyone else
great.
roll 1d4.
One.
Okay, 1s and 4s.
Oh, no.
That means
On the pause.
3 from this table and 2 from this table. Okay. Now, I'm going to do this in the same order as they're here, so whichever order you guys roll them in. Roll 5 of you roll 1d100.
1d100. That was quick.
Whoever's not rolling, please let me know as well, so we don't accidentally get a 6th roll.
I haven't rolled.
rolled.
I haven't rolled. I will not roll anything.
Okay, in that
1d100
case,
or 2d100?
just one.
One singular.
Okay.
So
You know what's better than 24? 25.
wow, we got some 2 single-digit rolls there. Okay, so the first one was a roll on the. Okay, the first 2 are on this table. Chris rolled an 8. A brooch of shielding.
Oh.
You can look up what these
Hey,
items.
if we're gonna be looking for Miss Larkers.
These are just items that are on the standard. Oh, right, yeah, I see what you mean. But yeah, these are just items that are on the standard tables in the DMG at the moment. The new DMG.
Resist force damage and immunity to the magic missile spell. Well, let's find that level 10 magic missile thing. Here
That
we
is
go,
actually a really good item for you guys if you are going.
I would like that. Honestly.
Okay, the second thing was on that same table was a 71. Sending stones.
No, that's actually.
You find them, curiously, in the bargain bin. Because they have actually become not that much use in this city.
What are sending stones again? What can you do with them?
Once per day, you can send a message to the other person that has them.
Ooh.
I believe. You can cast any from it, type of spell. If not, yeah, neither stone can be used again until the next dawn. They've largely become redundant within the city because of the. You might have seen it outside, the strange thing with the glowing blue crystal on it. Which are effectively phone boxes, is the easiest way to describe them. Within the city, you can use these to communicate now. And all you need to do is insert money. Let's see.
Basically, telephone boxes.
Yeah. Let's see. The next 2 were on this table instead. 21 and 25. I'm going to ask one of you to reroll because those are the same item.
Can I reroll?
Mhm.
Yeah. Booyah.
82 instead. Okay, so the 21 is a Pearl of Power.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Do we already have one of those?
Yeah, I do.
Too bad.
Yeah.
And the other one, 82, is a Staff of the Adder, which I think you also have.
Yeah.
Or was it a different party that had that?
I think it's Pierre. I think Pierre has it.
Pierre does have something like that, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then lastly, 7 back on the first table. This might be a reroll. No, it's a Bag of Tricks.
Oh, Heracles would love that.
Which color?
Oh, good question. Roll a 1d3.
Me?
You're the one that asked, so yeah.
Yeah.
3. In that case, it is 10. So, to summarize, we have Brooch of Shielding. We have Sending Stones in the bargain bin. So they're not worth much. The Pearl of Power, the Staff of the Adder, and the Bag of Tricks.
Bag of tricks. Yeah.
Which is 10. Oh, I did that as Astraelos, sorry.
That's fine.
Astraelos was keeping track, it's fine.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Those are the 5 items available to you. Each of them costs 400 gold, except for the Sending Stones, which are 50 gold.
I would highly recommend we get the sending stones as they're cheap.
Also,
They
the
could
Brooch
be
of
very
Shielding.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely the brooch of shielding.
Any common magic item that wasn't consumable, right?
Yeah. So pretty much the ones from the DM... Well, I should have them all... I think I've got them all made at this point.
The perfume of bewitching sounds like something Goldie would buy.
Let me have a quick look at that. Advantage
the
on...
common and uncommon plus those.
Pardon?
I didn't understand. We have access to all of them plus those 4s we've rolled.
You have
Well, the
access
uncommons.
to every single common magical item.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Common, sorry, yeah.
That isn't stuff like potions. Specifically, you can
It's
get...
the same perfume.
Yeah, but you would have access, like, spell scrolls and potions pretty much no, but things like beads of nourishment, yes. But there's a limit to how many you can buy. But yeah, so...
This is not one. Okay, too bad.
Yeah, so common magical items, which are things like Cloak of Billowing, Cloak of Many Fashions, Hat of Vermin.
I will buy a Cloak of Many Fashions because
I was wondering about that. Yeah. That would be
Those
great for you.
common magical items are all 50 gold.
sure, I'll deduct 50.
And I can add the item to your... I should have got it made. If I haven't, I will be annoyed.
I actually have a cloak equipped currently.
Form of Bewitching sounds like.
You've got the
Shanarei.
mantle. You've got the mantle, Eliana.
Yeah, but I'm not attuned to it.
You can still wear
It's
it.
not equipped. Yeah,
Uh,
it's equipped, but it's not. Yeah,
what
it's
was
not
this-
functioning.
I don't know what this falls under. What did I put this under? Is it under accessories? Cloaks. Here we go. Common. You're taking the Cloak of Many Fashions, you said.
Yes.
There you go. It's on your sheet.
Thank you.
Don't know why it says 40 gold. It's 50 gold. Regardless. I must have typoed.
Perfume of Bewitching would be cool. Just spread some perfume, have advantage on any creature within 5 feet of you on deception and persuasion.
Okay. Who else is buying?
Let's see.
Don't know if I need anything at the moment, to be honest.
I'm checking this.
You can-
Usually some
Yeah, you
good
don't need to do this all right now. You can check the list of common magical items later and just let me know this is what you're buying because they are always available.
Okay.
Okay.
To a certain
Yeah,
limit, obviously.
And you said it was 400 gold for the items, the specific ones.
Yes, except for the Sending Stones, which are 50.
The bag of twigs would be funny, but I don't think it would be Heracles' style.
Hmm.
Throwing animals to their death is not his style.
No, that's Bree.
What the heck?
Yeah, that is Bree. She threw one in a toilet, from what I remember.
Oh boy.
To be fair, it was in an underground bunker type thing, and she wanted to see if the pipes were empty. She's the barbarian. Her brain works in mysterious ways.
The bag of tricks does give some pretty good animals. Like you can get a black bear out of that, or a tiger.
Yeah, no, there's actually good animals in there as well. The tan one is good, but
If you
Yeah,
if
I
you
think
guys
she
buy
has the
this
grey
item,
one, which is like rats and things.
if you guys buy this item, I need to know sooner rather than later. 'Cause I'll need to make all the sheets for those those features.
I think it would be good to have it, but not sure if... I don't know.
Keep in mind, anything you don't buy, the South Party might.
Hmm.
And
Okay,
given
we'll
that
buy
they
everything.
have, given they've got more gold than commons, then, well, makes sense at this
Most
point.
people.
More gold
Yeah.
than sense.
First, you could go for an enduring spell book, so it doesn't deteriorate over time. Just 50 gold.
Yeah, if you get hit by a disintegration spell, it won't be destroyed.
Yeah, for example.
You never know when this integration hits.
But yeah, we don't need to. We can worry about the common magic items later. Looking at the focus right now, are you wanting any of the specific items that you rolled?
We should get the brooch of shielding. Is the brooch
And
of shielding? Is that attunement?
Good question. Let's double check. It is. Yes, it is. Which makes sense because it gives resistance to a damage type and immunity to a spell.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like I wouldn't use it, but it would be useful for someone who concentrates.
I would not mind.
Okay, well, it's 400
Yeah,
gold
I mean-
if you guys want it.
Yeah, I can get the money out of the bag of holding.
I have enough money to buy it straight up.
You're just gonna get it. Okay.
So, yeah, I'll take it. And I would have to unattune from something. Probably my Pearl of Power. I've never used it. You know what? Can I trade? Well, he already has a Pearl of Power. probably one not.
They do buy items, but they aren't buying right stuff right now because they just had to give away a ton of gold.
Fair.
They just someone else pretty much came in and sold them a ton of shit.
Yeah.
Oh God, I forgot. Gert, do you still have the list of items you sold to them? If you're here.
Ooh.
Because any
We can buy
uncommon
those.
items that they sold here, you can buy. I forgot that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the list.
I don't remember.
Pinned. Let's see. That's the items bought. I only see the items bought. I don't see the list of items you sold. I'm checking my things. Did I save? I must have saved the list somewhere. No. No.
Does anyone want my Pearl of Power?
Here we go.
Not for me. All my attunement slots are pretty locked down.
Okay.
So am I, to be honest.
They also have on sale a +1 Great Axe. I need to double check the rarity of some of these items as we're going, so bear with me.
Sure.
Would this be available to this party? It doesn't say. Doesn't say rarity of this.
He said, "Bear with me," and my very tired brain went. Rah!
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought about that.
Apparently, this doesn't have. I guess poisons and such don't have rarities anymore.
Buy all the poison.
In which case,
the mechanical components.
in which case, I need to remember if you because there was some stuff we had in that list that we didn't actually sell. Did you sell this one? Let me check. This was on January. Okay. Sorry, this is a mistake on my part. I completely forgot about this. Did you sell this? Yes, you did. It isn't here. In that case, you would find a vial of purple worm poison.
Oh dear.
2,000 gold.
2,000 gold. What the fuck?
Purple worm poison.
Yeah.
You would find. I'm pretty sure that staff is. I'm hoping I made a backup of that staff somewhere. I did. You would find a staff by the name of Birdsbane.
No, right.
Which is a +1 quarterstaff that gives +1 to spell attacks, not damage, just attacks. And as a reaction, when a creature with a flight speed moves within 30 feet of you, you may force it to make a DC 15 con save. On a failure, it has an advantage on attack rolls that turn. There is studded leather armor -2, which no, I don't think we sold that in the end. I think they just got rid of it because who would buy that? Oh, is that all? I just wonder there was more than this. Yeah, that's it, I'm afraid. I thought there was more than that.
I guess that item -2 would be interesting for someone who really wants to train hard.
No, they got rid of it. Yeah, no, that's gone. So that's the stuff that... Yeah, there's a +1 Great Axe, Purple Worm Poison, and... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a bit expensive. Worm poison, so I will not do that.
So yes, does anyone want the Bird's Bane?
I do not.
Maybe what the bird's bane is?
It's a staff that is a +1 quarter staff that gives +1 to spell attacks, but not damage. And you can force a creature that moves within 30 feet of you that has a flight speed to make a DC Constitution, DC 15 con save, and on a failure they have disadvantage on attack rolls that turn.
Oh, that's interesting. Is it attunement?
I can't remember. Yes, it would be.
Oh, okay then.
Because it gives +1 to spell attacks, and it has a actually pretty good effect against flying creatures.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. But maybe for Astraelos already has the staff as well, I think.
Yeah, I have Windstorm.
Yeah, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. In that case, you wanted the Sending Stones. You've already got the Brooch of Shielding. You don't want the Pearl of Power. What about the Staff of the Adder and the Bag of Tricks? Remember to double check what these do, because these are the updated ones from the new DMG.
Yeah, Bag of Tricks seems to be fun, but I don't think we are actually going to use it much. What do you guys think?
Well,
I don't
you
see
would be
us
the one
using
to
it.
use that thing, bro.
I also don't think it's a good idea.
Yep. Then I don't think we need that.
Okay.
No.
We could buy.
I'll buy the Sending Stones, and I'm going to send you 2 other items that I'd like to get at the same time.
Yeah, sure.
But
Is that actually an item?
it is. Let me find the item on the list for you and send you a link if I can, or I'll send you a screenshot.
I don't have that one made, but let me see. Yeah, I found it.
Cool.
Oh, it's from that book. I see. Okay, I'll need to get that one made because I don't have that.
Sure, no problem.
The other one, no problem. Do I have that one made? I might not. No, no. Yeah, so I need to make both of those.
Okay.
Actually, I need to make all 3 because I haven't made the Sending Stones either, I don't think. Oh, no, I do have those. Oh, wait, is this the old Sending Stones or the new ones? I'll get back to you on that, but yeah, leave that list with me and I'll get them sorted out later.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, it's 150 gold in total.
Yep. I'll take that off now, and then it will be.
The clerk behind the counter will sort of do a half bow of apology to you. We did have a greater stock, but we were recently robbed by a bunch of bandits, some of which drank far too many of our potions and got really sick.
Oh.
It was the day that... Oh, I don't know if good people would have been in the city at the time when there was a battle in the center of the city.
We've only been here a few days, so I don't think so.
Regardless, I do apologize. We haven't recovered all of our lost stock yet. We did have this really big magical cannon that the boss was wanting to sell, but alas.
Magical cannon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, there's one more I'd like to buy. Sorry, there's one more thing I'd like to buy. Elvenkind, boots of Elvenkind are uncommon. No, that's uncommon. Stupid, I'm looking at the wrong list. Never mind,
no,
disregard.
No can do.
I've got that filtered the wrong way. Never mind. Disregard.
It is interesting with the new tables. The old tables were far more the traditional, the low items on the... Like, if you rolled 50 or below, the items were much weaker than the ones that were 100 and such. But now they're just in alphabetical order of the items. So rolling a low on it is good still. Which is better.
Yeah. Feels better, I guess. And it gives your players less information about what they're going to get from what they roll. So, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Alright, well that's done.
Mm-hmm.
We will continue on. Back to Freeport. So, I believe your next stop was Many Roads?
Yes.
Yeah, Many Roads is so called because it is a massive crossroads. As you can see, lots of different roads go into it. There's always shop stalls set up everywhere. People with little trays around their necks running around trying to sell stuff. People giving out flyers. There's thieves operating, both official and unofficial.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's pretty much in the center. There is a big fountain that's a little bit broken, and next to it, with a sort of little cordon around it, is a strange patch of red dirt. It's only about 5 foot wide. This little patch of dirt.
Can I see what it is? Like, can I take a careful closer look?
There is a guard standing next to it, but he'll just sort of give you a look as if to say, "Don't touch," but you can look.
Okay, I'd like to look.
It looks to be the same dirt as everything else around it. It's just a really deep red for some reason.
Does it look like a crime scene?
It doesn't look like it's blood stained, so to speak. The shape doesn't match, and yeah, there is a sense of something happened here. But well, if you want to just look, you will have to try and figure out what yourself.
Can I?
Is it like perfectly spherical, or is it not circular, or is it like?
Yeah, pretty much.
Was it an explosion?
It'd be very
Like,
small if it was an explosion.
So it was not. It was not a second oops.
No.
Can I just ask the guard what this is about?
Oh, right, yeah. A few days, a couple of 10 days ago now, some guy with some priest guy attacked a bunch of people here, summoned some shepherds and a giant undead dog, and had this weird red orb. Afterwards, the orb crumbled to dust and it just left there. We haven't been able to clean it up. Like, we try and dig it up and such, and we do, but it's just red all the way down.
That's interesting.
And then the stuff we put
Good
back
sign.
there on top of it to like fill in the hole also turned red.
Was that the reason why you looked at me like that?
Like, don't touch. Well, you shouldn't touch things you don't know what they are, lad. That's common sense.
True. He tries not to show his guilt. You're not wrong.
We had a hell of a time getting that giant dog corpse out of here. I will say.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Thanks for the information.
Yeah, no worries.
What happened to the priest, by the way?
I think he died.
Huh.
There was a combat active on another map that shouldn't have been. That's why that popped up on your screen now. So I ended it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he was. I think he died. Yeah.
Huh.
So there was a big fight. Lots of people were running away, but the moment the fight started, they stopped to watch because you know what people are like.
Yeah.
I think one of them said something about the bald guy getting in a fight with a big guy with an axe, some guy with a giant hat, some guy in flaming armor, a blue man, a kobold, a tiefling.
I believe they were called the
Was it
Blue Man.
about? Was this someone with the feathered hat by any chance?
Yeah, a giant hat, like I said.
Ah, okay. That okay. I think I know them.
Yeah, I think they're the ones fighting in the arena right now, although the blue guy's not there anymore.
Yeah, but happened to him?
Yeah.
Huh.
But I just work here.
Yeah, I get that. Thanks again.
He'll go back to
So-
looking around, watching crime happen and doing absolutely nothing about it.
Yeah. So our friends have been quite active around here.
Sounds like they've made quite a name for themselves here.
Thing is, can we do the same if we are still, officials?
I mean, we're not here for that long, so probably not.
Yeah.
Do we need
We'll be
to?
back at Gaza 3 soon.
Back in Gazaphrey, we certainly can.
Yeah.
I mean, Diamond's got a name for himself. Was the guy who set himself on fire and enjoyed it? I mean,
I have a name in Gaza 3 for many reasons. It's just that many people forgot about me, fortunately. Most did.
I mean, part of our job is to not be that well known yet. Sometimes we need to fly under the radar.
It was the right decision to become a bodyguard instead of providing my usual services, so being on the down low is the better option for me, usually.
Okay. So, the Awakened Wood is a pleasant enough place to stroll, although not too many people are there. And you do hear a whispering in the trees constantly. Gert, if you are still here, what kind of things would these trees have been taught?
Wait, what?
To be extremely annoying.
Just like a certain squirrel.
Very talkative, probably.
Oh, it's linked to that guy. I see. That's why it was familiar. There was another Forest of Awakening, but back in a different timeline.
Okay.
Wasn't it in Revenants?
Yeah.
The ones that
what-
didn't like us?
Let's see. I'm just double checking everything here for languages.
I think I know Sylvan.
You do not know Sylvan, no.
Not
One of you
anymore.
does, though. So, Astraelos,
I do.
as the rest of your party are hearing the trees
Yes.
whispering to each other, you're just hearing them discuss the really bad book reviews that they've been reading. Just exchanging gossip that's fairly recent by the sounds of things. Some of them are just throwing insults at each other in a very colourful fashion. And some of them are saying some very unpleasant things about your party as you're walking through.
Yeah, unsurprising.
Are you saying that these trees are a bit aloof? Aloof?
You failed because you've messed up your pun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shame.
Psychic damage.
Yeah.
Shame. Shame.
What? You guys failed at understanding.
You corrected yourself immediately.
Yeah,
That was part of the joke. You need to.
But yes,
That was an attempt.
the trees are... One of the trees will nudge Heracles with a branch. Just like the sort of way like someone will give you a little nudge when you're on the street before they try to talk to you. And
yes. How
Astraelos,
may I help you?
what would be...
Heracles responds politely.
One moment. I'm trying to think what they would ask. I know what I want them to ask, but I don't know what it would be considered. Screw it. Astraelos, you would hear the tree ask Heracles, You got any of that good fertilizer? In a sort of sifty way.
I will relay that to Heracles. Like the tree's asking you if you got any fertilizer.
I
good
don't
shit.
think I do.
Like the good shit.
Oh, that's just fertilized.
I'm not entirely sure what he means by that, but maybe I don't know. Maybe he's a little bit kinky.
Does it mean like literal
Shit.
desiccation?
I mean, that's how you make
Astraelos,
fertilizer.
give me
so-
an insight check.
Are
Heracles
these trees looking to get high?
Because Astraelos is the only one that can understand it, so he needs to do the insight check.
Yes. I should be able to ace that.
You do.
Yes.
You get the sense
That
that
very nearly tilted onto a 1 on my screen.
the way the tree is asking it, the lingo, the way it's doing the lingo and all, he's effectively asking for the equivalent of hard drugs.
Want to buy some death sticks?
He wants to know if Heracles has got some hard tree drugs.
Would we know what that is? For what's the equivalent of drugs for trees?
You would not know, because this is not a normal thing.
Yeah. I'm not sure who taught that.
This definitely
talk,
sounds
but-
like some blood shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I will apologize to the tree and say like, nah, I'm sorry, we're not carrying right now.
Yes, let's.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that, like, for the rest of us, it's like we're listening to bird song, and like for Astraelos, it's like hearing the birds go, "Hey, hey, hey!
Yeah.
Got some cheese? Give me cheese!"
Yeah, birds demanding food to be noticed and
Yeah.
to have sex, effectively.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
what birdsong is.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That is. Yes?
I'm not sure I like this area.
Wow.
I would assume that you
Whoever-
understand everything.
I mean, like it looks soothing, but like whoever made these trees wake up, like holy shit. Yeah. Bad
Sometimes it's
taste.
better not to hear people's
Yes.
thoughts loud, huh?
Okay.
And here I thought trees were all bark and no bite.
Have you ever been around trees for more than 2 days?
Several acorns fly at Eliana's head.
Okay, I get it. I deserve that.
You get the sense that while they only speak in Sylvan, they do understand Common.
Oh, it's so sad I can't speak Sylvan anymore.
Okay, moving on. The Crystal Hill is, as it suggests, a massive hill or made of crystal. It's larger than most of the buildings around here, probably as large as one of the temples. Made up of a mostly opaque green crystal, and even just being near it, the constant sound of the wind blowing is all you can really hear. You need to raise your voices slightly to talk over it.
Are those like the crystals we've seen for water or stuff like that in,
Yes.
in overlay lines?
Yes, this is just a massive one. You get the sense if this thing broke, it would probably cause a natural disaster immediately.
No, that's the other character.
You're thinking of
trying to
blowing
make it.
up.
Smash things. Don't smash things.
It would also be very hard to damage and destroy just because of how large and dense it is.
Yeah, but Phineas would think it was hilarious.
Right up until he's sent flying into the sea by a massive hurricane.
I mean, yeah.
Probably and afterwards.
Yeah.
Heracles will spend a bit of time like enjoying the wind, you know, like when you just open up your arms and you feel your
You have a
clothing
Titanic
float.
moment.
Yeah, he's just he's
Oh,
chilling.
king of the world.
This is the type of magic he likes. This is the correct vibe and energy that matches his freak. So he's happy to be here.
The air here, for all intents and purposes, the air here is incredibly fresh compared to the rest of the city.
That's really nice.
But it's still a fairly low wind area just because the constant whistling of the wind does... Well, it grates some people a bit, and it's also always quite, compared to the rest of the city, cold here. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
I'd like to test something before we leave.
Yes?
I'm gonna smirk towards Eli, and I'm gonna cast Gust at her, using the effect that push people away to see if the presence of the wind crystals improve it.
Okay, well first, Eli, please make a strength saving throw.
Oops, ball's over.
I'm supposed to be good at this. Let's see.
Would you like to rage first?
I should have.
That comes after. For
No, I
being
feel
a
like
dick.
she's just had the acorns thrown at her. Like she's still like grumble, and
And then
like
suddenly someone
you-
blasts you with a gust of wind.
I mean, she's doing an Earth Song impression essentially, trying to just walk at the moment, and then you hit her with a blast out of nowhere.
It pushes you back 10 feet.
And it's not out of nowhere because my somatic component for that is double finger guns.
So you did finger guns at Eli, and then suddenly she sent hurtling 10 feet back.
Yeah, and he smiles like there was that smirk first. You know that smirk. You know he's about to do something stupid with you.
Yeah, I didn't know what.
To answer the question, Eli goes flying back 40 feet and would probably hit a building.
Oh no.
That whole building.
Fuck, I can't follow the reaction.
A bit too late, I think. And you can't anyway. It's
No.
60 feet.
You can't cast 2 spells with spell slots on the same turn anymore.
It's not a ghost is not a spell slot, it's a cantrip.
Is it?
Yep.
Yes. No.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
In that case,
I mean-
Eli is flying back, about to smash into a building, and suddenly she slows.
The urge to pull out the wand of pigeons.
Do it.
No, that's animal cruelty. I'm not gonna do that.
It would have been fun.
We were just being like, oh no, that was horrible. What was done to that magic creature? This literally summons pigeons.
Yeah, but they don't have to attack anybody. It's just cool to have a bunch of pigeons.
Yeah, but in this wind.
DM, one last thing before we leave.
Yes.
Can I use Gust towards the floor underneath me and Iron Man this shit?
No.
Can I fly in the wind?
No.
Well, this is invigorating. I mean, this is amazing!
As you are, as this is happening, some of the locals just walking past like, bloody circus must be in town again.
I take that as a compliment.
Okay, continuing on, I believe your next stop was the Cimeric compound?
Me?
I'm just following Heracles on his magical mystery tour of the city.
Magical mystery tour.
So, the Cimeric compound has very high walls, guards stationed outside the front who immediately eye you suspiciously, one of them cracking his knuckles as you're going past. Do you attempt to enter the compound or just walk past it?
Can you remind us who the Cimeric are?
They're a perfectly legitimate group of businessmen.
They're the thug group that were fighting in the arena. They were representatives of they're essentially the mafia.
Okay.
No, they are legitimate businessmen. They own
So this
lots
is
of
Wall Street,
restaurants.
then.
You heard them.
Mostly Italian food and pizzas. I don't know why.
I want pizza.
Okay. Do they have a souvenir boutique?
No.
Yeah, boutique.
They have a
I
very
love
strong-looking gate that there are guards standing either side of that is shut.
Huh.
The Cimric compound, you
fight
get
the
the
first
sense,
round?
is very much private property.
Were they fighting against? I think it was the Inquisition.
The first round, they fought against Tull and won. The second round, they fought against Gazithray and got their asses handed to them.
Hell, then we should probably not walk past here.
Okay, this is Frosth, not Heracles. Please don't take it in canon. Gazithray! No.
Does he actually do that?
Yes.
No, I don't. That's
No,
why
He
he
specifically said, "Do not put this in
Good,
canon."
Good.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
because if you
they
had
would've
started
been-
doing that, there was going to be hands getting thrown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's their preferred method.
hooligans riots. Okay.
Alright.
Then Spectral Park.
I thought you were going to the Assassin's Guild first. Oh, you going to the Assassin's Guild? Or
I think Assassin's Guild is the last station.
Yeah. Before going back to our hotel.
Okay. This time of night, the Spectral Park is quite a sight. Very ethereal. You see just wisps of mist floating around in sort of various colors. It's quite unusual. Is the easiest way to put it. It's shimmer. The trees seem to shimmer, and it almost stands in contrast with everywhere else, just because it is a very, for lack of a word, pretty area.
Do we know why it is a spectral park?
You guys have no reason to know that, no.
In what way is it pretty? Is there like
Is it,
light reflections?
Yeah,
Is it...
there's an ethereal, eerie glow all over it that just gives it this almost otherworldly appearance.
Do I sense any form of like magical aura that it has?
No.
I mean, I wouldn't know anything in specific because I don't know how magic works.
No. Whatever's causing this, you don't get the sense it's... Like, there's magic in the air, of course, because there's always magic in the air. But there doesn't appear to be anything that unusual. It's just very mystical.
Place is interesting.
Yeah, I've read on a pamphlet that this was the place to be at night, that it was beautiful.
It is. Certainly is.
I think it's the first time we take the time to just enjoy a location we're in, like just visiting and seeing all the sights. I'm really enjoying this evening stroll.
Yeah, me too.
We deserve
And
some
normally
vacation.
we're just like go. We need to do this, do that, and yeah.
Well, most of the time it's all about life and death for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time riding that line.
Well, it's a good way to have time off. Games, visits, good food, pizza,
Your friends.
and good company, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, after everything we went through up north, we needed this break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And we'll be a bit more rested for the next stretch of our adventures.
And that won't be an easy task, huh?
We'll be fine.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Do we roll for relaxation?
Next would be the Assassin's Guild, correct?
Yep.
Yes, that's the last station for us.
Okay.
Do they have a boutique?
Got an extra code for me.
Or could you imagine a T-shirt in the front? It's written, "My friend went to the Assassin's Guild, and all he got me was this lousy T-shirt." And on the back, there's a target.
Yeah. And just underneath it says, and a contract.
One sec, I forgot to put on global
Can it
illumination.
now?
There we
Oh,
go. Zoom in a bit. Okay. Well, the door to the Assassin's Guild is right here.
Can you describe the building?
Large, quite ornate and gothic. You see gargoyles on the corners. It's very expensive, very in your face, especially considering it's Assassin's Guild. Like, you can't miss this building. A very fancy, well put together, expensive looking estate.
Yeah, you cannot miss this building the same way the Assassin's Guild never misses.
You should be in PR for just the Assassin's Guild.
Yeah, I
You should be
should.
the
I should.
ideas guy.
Yeah, I'm a good ideas guy. That's all I am.
As I mentioned before, I would like to talk to people involved with the alchemy
Well,
part of this guild.
well, feel free to head inside then.
Yes.
The door's here.
Yeah, I thought I would go. It would go further than that, but it didn't.
I'm not letting him go in alone.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah. Good point.
You will find yourselves in a fairly tidy, well-to-do little reception area.
Is this just a random NPC?
It is not him.
Okay,
It is just
okay.
an NPC.
Good.
I think he was actually. I think he has been positioned on this map since before you guys fought someone that looked like him.
Okay, that's good. Greetings.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Do you have an appointment?
Not an appointment, but I've heard good things about this guild, and I was hoping to find some professional contact.
Some professional what?
Professional opinion. I'm interested in alchemy, and I've heard that your educational sector is exceptional. So I.
Well, you aren't one of
I
our
have-
students. If you wish to make an appointment with the Master of Poisons, I'm sure he can accommodate. I'm sorry, who are you?
The name's Niran Aliamitor. I'm here with the Gezathraean group.
Foreign dignitaries, okay. I can certainly. Bear with me, I will go and ask if when an appropriate appointment will be, if he is willing to meet with you. One moment.
Okay. Damn, it's been a long time that I used my real name.
She will return momentarily. Good day again. The Master of Poisons is currently unavailable, but is willing to make a space in his schedule for you tomorrow evening after the combat in the arena and the closing ceremonies are done.
Tomorrow evening. Yeah, that would be perfect. Thank you.
Excellent, I'll pencil you in. You will to be here at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. I'm writing this down. Out
Do
of
not,
character.
please remember that we have a 24-hour cancellation period for appointments. If you do not show up, we will remember that.
7
That sounds very
p.m. next
ominous.
day. Assassin's Guild after fight.
And the rest of you? She'll look over at the other four that are in the room. Seeing as Astraelos is still
Oh.
outside.
We're with him.
Yeah, we're just keeping him out of trouble.
Very well.
I'm
You
trying to.
don't require any of
Just,
our services. Very well.
Not at the moment.
Entirely the opposite.
Okay. I actually wrote it down. Hopefully I don't forget it. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Very well.
Needs
Next.
to
And she is already was sort of getting on with her
Yeah.
job as you see someone go up to check what the latest price on their heads is.
As we get outside, I will lean next to Eli and whisper, I think the attendant was evil because I found her cute.
Oh, no.
He is so broken.
He's so done.
Chris, you're still inside. Are you wishing to ask
Oh
the
no,
anything?
sorry.
Nice.
No.
Oh,
You'll find someone eventually.
There are many fish
That's
in the
not
sea.
evil.
What about that cute the tiefling girl from the other group? She seemed to like you.
We're gonna be pen pals. I guess we can be friends. I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
I think.
Do you think she's
really
evil
benefit
as
you.
well? I don't think she's evil. I think she's a victim
I
of
don't
something
think Yuki
evil.
is evil.
Why would she
Oh.
be evil? Just because she's a
Just
tiefling?
because
this is
she's
kind of-
cute doesn't mean that she's evil.
If cuteness would be equatable to evil, then me and Eliana have a big problem.
True.
It's
Wait, are you saying
make
that
a, make a persuasion check?
Okay.
I'm saying that you two are cute. Yeah.
That's perception. Hold on. Persuasion. Here you go.
Eli looks
Just a
slightly
24.
awkward, but also happy that she's received a compliment.
Oh.
You realize that Heracles is like taken aback by that, as if he had never realized. You guys are girls? You know, that's that kind of vibe.
Oh, wow,
no, there we go.
thanks.
Okay. I'm just looking at spells, how I can hurt him at the moment.
No, it's not in that way. It's like he knows that you're objectively cute, but he's never seen you in that way because you're colleagues or she's a freaking god envoy creature. So it's like
I
like-
cast Ella's Rebuke because he hurt me. Damage spot.
Yeah, I cast silence to stop
You know-
stop Heracles hurting himself further.
Oh god, I don't have it.
no, I'm just describing his face so far. He hasn't said anything. and
He's
then
just
now he
malfunctioning.
says something.
Just his, you
Well,
just see his eye twitch.
You guys are beautiful and objectively beautiful. I just never thought I was in your leagues.
Oh,
No one said you. Okay, I mean, yes. Oh,
look at him being awkward.
That was like 3 different people went, oh.
For different reasons.
Oh, hun.
It was
Oh,
like
bless.
3 different doors.
okay. Continuing on. We'll go back to Freeport. And you'll head over to the Crimson Crown. By this point, it is quite late at night, and would be time probably for you guys to head to bed.
Yeah.
Is our dog still with us? Yeah.
always.
Got studies with you. I just don't put them on the map all the time because
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just I want to make sure that I remember him.
Okay, and then we're going to fast forward a tiny bit into the night. I will put you onto. Yeah, I will put you here.
Uh-huh.
Some of you might not be able to see because.
Nope.
I cannot.
Nothing.
Wait, Diamond, do you not have dark vision?
I think I should.
Why do
have.
you not have dark vision?
I don't know. Let me see.
There.
I
I
have
have vision, but I can't see anything.
Why do
Ooh,
people
I
not have
think
dark vision on their character?
That is odd.
I should have it as well because of the goggles.
Yeah. 1 sec. I'm just pause for a second. No one move
I
while
see
I'm fixing
a
things.
tiny sliver here.
It's a
Yeah, because
beautiful
it's light
run.
outside. For some reason, no one has dark vision again, and I don't know why everyone lost
I
their
do.
dark vision.
I mean, I can see.
I can see.
Okay, you can. There we go. Yeah, because I already gave you back yours, Chris. I think the
Wow.
only person that doesn't have. Toben, do you have dark vision?
I do not, but I can just about see from this light here.
Yeah, that's
But I do not have
outside.
dark vision.
That's you were on the 3rd story, so the 2nd floor of this building.
Mhm.
The inn. At this point, we're going to say it's about 1 a.m. in the morning. What are the characters doing?
Probably sleeping.
Trying
I'd
to
assume
sleep.
sleeping. Yeah.
I'd probably be scribing some things in my spellbook. just to chill before going to bed.
Okay.
Like a little night owl, while Anatole is just chilling next to the fire.
Okay. Eliana? Oh, hold on. Is this set up right? 1 second. Let's double check something with these lights. Right. That might be. Price change it here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Why did all the lights just collectively turned off? Why did they do that?
I can now actually see.
Okay, there we go.
Eli would be just she'd do her sort of evening prayer, just kind of. She'll be doing her stretches and her evening prayer and just trying to, figure life out.
Okay. It would be about. Yeah, I said it's about 1 a.m. in the morning. Astraelos and Toben.
Mm-hmm.
You would hear the sound of creaking wood.
Would Anatole hear it as well?
What is Anatole's passive perception?
Let me check.
Is it 19 or higher?
I don't think so. Let me.
I think it's 15.
It might be 18.
Passive perception is 13. But then
Yeah,
again,
but
it's
she has
plus 5.
advantage.
Yeah, so plus 5. But yeah, so it's irrelevant then. Astraelos, what's weird to you is you hear the creak coming from out on the balcony over here. And Toben, you hear it out here.
Huh.
I will investigate.
As you open
Yeah.
the door, you will find someone right there,
Oh, hi.
about to
you doing
open
here?
it.
Oh, hi, Mark.
And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh no.
That kind of looks like an assassin.
I can't
Uh-oh.
click on it.
What do you mean you
Okay.
can't click on it?
No, it's fine. I managed to do it. Ooh.
That's a nat 20 on one of them. Which one got?
No.
So she gets.
Sundered Spy Master? Oh god.
What?
The name's in the chat. Sundered Moon Assassin,
Yeah.
Sundered Spy
okay.
Master.
I thought you said Sundered Thigh Master. Okay, what does a Thigh Master have to do with it?
Who has it?
That-
Chris, you
hey,
have.
Thigh Masters are terrifying, okay?
Chris, you need to roll initiative still.
Oh, I thought I did. Okay.
Okay.
A bit distracted, I guess.
Yeah, you'll hear thighs and
We already were here in Greek.
We probably won't. It's 10 o'clock, so we won't do this combat tonight. But yes, a group of assassins has arrived to kill you.
Why?
I mean, that's presuming a lot.
Oh, diamond.
Maybe they are here to drink some tea with us.
Yeah,
The one you opened the door on is brandishing a sword in your face.
They were in.
But I mean, maybe the door was stuck and he was using his sword to open it.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Everyone has entered the wrong room in a hotel once at
Yeah.
least.
Like a whole group of assassins.
Hey, they went out partying. They are here for the tournament. You know what it happens.
If you say so.
Regardless of all that, yeah, next session, this is what we'll be starting with. You guys
Nice.
fighting these assassins.
Wonderful.
What did we
Already
do?
excited.
Not die.
Probably because I asked for the poison master to talk to me.
Astraelos, looking at these are not local assassins.
Oh. Okay, now I'm intrigued. I want to know.
It's a bit metagamey, but the names we've seen of the Sundered Moon might be linked to Morgan and the Blood Moon, perhaps.
Yeah, I was just thinking that,
Well,
but
you'll have to find out later if you survive.
find out next
If-
time on Dragon Ball Z.
Because you guys are... Yeah. There
Unfortunate.
is 5 initiatives. I'm not saying that's all there is. But there was 5 initiatives.
That we know of.
I'm sure you'll be fine. And if you're not, well, it's high time we had an actual character death, isn't it?
Be my first.
My last, my everything. Sorry, I'm tired.
Me too. I'm so done for today. Oh.
I don't know if I would want Eli to be the first character death, but I don't know, like, it would be in the line of duty protecting you all, so...
Just on a practical thing, I just got art done, and it would be very sad.
It would be kind of
Started
poetic
quiet.
if it was Diamond, because of the amount of times he's gotten close.
It's been
I
a
would
while
actually
that
say-
he's been that close.
I would say Diamond and Shanarei are the ones that are most likely to survive right now.
Yeah, because there's 2 of them in the same room.
Yes.
With two different attack styles as well.
Anyway,
So yeah, this will be fun.
for those watching, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the game. It's good to be back. We will continue in 2 weeks, which might be the last session
No.
if they get assassinated.
Total party kill.
Toben and Astraelos are aware of them. The reason I asked for the passive perceptions is on their stealth, they rolled a 19. The lowest one was a 19.
Oh boy,
Damn.
that's extreme.
I mean, they are assassins. They should be good at that.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay,
Okay.
Yep.
we made it.
And I'm going to do not just end the stream. I'm going to raid Shalin because he's streaming right now.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
cool.
If you want to see a Final Fantasy 14 raid, that's what he's doing right now, I believe. Right. Anyway, cheers for watching. And yeah, we'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye
night.
bye.
Bye.
Showed up just in time for me to relax by not remembering how to play Viper.